Hello everyone, welcome back to the last part of our module 5. So last two lectures we were discussing about the vector control or field oriented control of induction motor. In that we discussed the importance of coordinate transformation ABC to alpha beta to DQ, and finally you get ID and IQ. ID is the flux producing component and IQ is the torque producing component, direct axis component and a quadrature axis component of current. By using this ID and IQ, we can have a control structure, that is vector control. There are two types of vector control that I already mentioned, that is direct vector control and indirect vector control. In direct vector control, the actual speed of the motor is sensed by a tachometer. Indirect vector control, this is actually calculated from sensing the terminal voltage. We are not using any tachometer. Instead of that, the terminal voltage and speed of the motor is related. So from that, we are using a transducer. By sensing the terminal voltage, we can find out the speed of the motor. That is indirect vector control. So in this module we need to study this coordinate transformation ABC to alpha beta DQ and its requirement. Then there will be two block diagrams for the direct vector control and indirect vector control. You should study that block diagram and minimum explanation you should know that. Okay, next we see the block diagram of direct vector control. This is the direct vector control of induction motor. Here you can see that three-phase inverter is actually feeding to the induction motor, but this inverter is actually controlled using vector control. And you know that in vector control, three-phase current is converted into DQ, ABC to DQ transformation. Motor currents are sensed and it is converted into DQ, that is ID and IQ. And here you can see that the actual motor speed is sensed using a tachometer. This is N actual speed. It is compared with the reference speed. The error is processed through a PI controller, and PI controller generate the reference value of quadrature component of current, and this is compared with the actual value of quadrature current. This is you will get from converting the motor current. Motor current can be sensed. It is converting into DQ. Then this IQ is the actual value of IQ. Here this actual value of speed and reference are compared. The error is processed through the PI controller. You will get reference value of IQ. So this IQ reference and IQ actual value is compared and given to a PI controller. This the function of this PI controller is to minimize this error. Similar way, so we have the control over IQ. Control over IQ means that we discuss. Control over IQ means which is the torque producing component. So you have a control over torque. Then this D component, the motor current is converted into DQ. Q component is this one. D component is the actual value of direct axis component, that is the flux producing component. It is compared with the reference value of the flux producing component. It is controlled by this PI controller. So these two control command should be converted into ABC. Then this ABC is used for generating the pulses for this inverter. Okay, so you should understand we have a separate control over IQ and ID. These two PI controller, this control for control over the IQ, that is the torque producing component, and this have control over the ID, that is the flux producing component. This have the control over the speed. So we have separate control over torque and flux. Depending upon that, this firing pulses are generated to control the three-phase inverter. This is the direct vector control. Similar way, this is what actually I explained here. Here are three actual three-phase motor terminal voltages and currents are sensed, and they are converted into two-phase frame to get the actual value of the torque producing and flux producing component of the stator current. Actual motor speed is sensed by tachometer and is compared with the reference to get speed error. The error is processed by a PI controller and its output is the reference torque producing component of stator current, that is IQ reference. The IQ reference is compared with the actual value of the IQ and the error is processed by a PI controller. The output of PI controller is given to DQ to ABC transforming block. Similar way, ID. So you can go through this explanation and you should have an idea about this block diagram. Similar way, we have indirect vector control. The only difference is that we are not sensing any motor current here using tachometer. Instead of that, using this motor voltage, we have some mathematical calculation to find out what is the actual speed. The voltage and speed, we have a relationship, so that without sensing using tachometer, from the information from the terminal voltage itself, we are finding out the actual speed, and all other things are same. ABC is converted into DQ, and this is the torque producing, this is the flux producing component, separate control, and it is converted again into back to ABC, then control the three-phase inverter. So you should study these two block diagrams and the explanations we have given the last two lecture and also in this lecture. And the last part of this is the sum of the advantages of field oriented control. It improved torque response. We have separate control over the torque control at low frequencies and low speed, dynamic speed accuracy, reduction in size of motor, cost and power consumption. 4-quadrant operation is possible, and it have short-term overload capability. So these are the some of the advantages of field-oriented control. And finally, the last part, we are moving on to some of the application of coordinate transformation in the PWM technique. You know, the coordinate transformation is the converting three-phase system into two-phase. The two-dimensional complex plane is actually known as the space vector. That is three-phase system into two-phase. That is ABC to alpha beta or alpha ABC to DQ transformation. Both are converting three-phase system into two-phase or two-dimensional complex plane. So that two-dimensional complex plane is known as space vector. So when you are using this method, this space transformation, that is this three-phase to two-phase transformation method for controlling the PWM output, then it is known as space vector modulation. So space vector is a transformation for analyzing three-phase electrical system. The term space is originally stands for the two-dimensional complex plane in which three-phase quantities are transformed. The transformation from three-phase to two-phase is called space vector transformation. This transformation we already discussed, and mathematics also we derived. Clark's transformation and Park transformation. And we discussed so many VSI fed induction motor drives in different cases. So in that, if you are using PWM method for controlling inverter, we can use this space vector modulation. That is, instead of controlling three-phase in the three-phase system, you can use a two-phase plane. So the control become more accurate. So space vector modulation, it is an algorithm for control of PWM or pulse width modulation. It is used for creation of alternating current waveforms, most commonly to drive the three-phase AC powered motors at varying speed from a DC source. So the output may be given to a three-phase induction motor. So we can use a space vector modulation. The PWM is there, but we are using coordinate transformation method here. This is added with the coordinate transformation method, then it is known as space vector modulation. Okay, so just an example, you need to study only the basic preliminary details of space vector modulation. No need of go through the details, in-depth details of space vector modulation. This is a three-phase inverter. DC source is given. Then we have 8 possible switching vectors. That is, there are 6 switches, and in one leg 2 switches. So these 2 switches cannot be opened simultaneously. Okay, and if all the switches are on, means there will not be any output voltage. That is this state 1 1 1. And if all the switches are open, that is all the switches are off, that means 0 0 0. So in these 2 cases, V0 and V7, there will not be any output voltage. There will not be any output voltage. So it is known as 0 vector. 0 vector. But all other cases, 1 0 0 means in this upper portion, there one switch is on, all other switches are off. That is, A plus switch is on and B minus switch is on. That is 1 0 0. So similar way, you can have possible 6 state 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1. But these 2 cases, first case and last case, there will not be any output voltage. But these 6 cases, there will be output. This is known as active vector. And these vectors you can convert it. This is 3-phase system with 3 quantities. We can use a coordinate transformation, space vector method, to convert this into 2-phase system and control this. That is the space vector modulation. Here you can see that you can write 6 active vectors only shown. This one is a active vector. This is another one. This is another one. This is another one. This is another one. This is the last one. The 6 active vectors. And this vectors is transformed into DQ plane. D and Q plane. And so now we need to consider only the ID and IQ component only. For a particular time interval, you need to calculate corresponding ID IQ only. No need to calculate all these 3 elements, VA, VB, VC. Instead of mathematical complexity can be reduced by transforming into D axis and Q axis. So there are 6 voltage vectors, V1 to V6. These are the voltages across the switches at the different time interval. And the total output voltage for a particular time interval, that means the resultant of all these vectors. So each vector is having a phase difference of 60 degree, and resultant vector V out is the resultant vector. That means that is the resultant of all these space vectors. Okay. So just understand, instead of analyzing this in the 3-phase system, we are converting it to 2-phase DQ system and then controlling the voltages. So you can see that this is one of the simulation explanation of space vector modulation, where 3-phase AC system is converted into, this is the rotating frame, IDI, this is a 3-phase system, is converted into 6 space vectors, and 6 space vectors, there will be ID, IQ and resultant component. Blue, you can see that 3 components here. one is the resultant, another